Hello, and welcome to our series of reflections for the season of Lent. My name's Douglas Robertson, and I have the immense privilege of being the minister of Crown Church in Inverness. I also have the privilege of living in the Highlands nearby this wonderful Loch Ness. Did you know that measured by volume of water, Loch Ness is by far the largest lake or loch in the United Kingdom? In fact, it's so big, so much water in here, that it's twice the size of all the lochs and lakes of England and Wales added together. However, taken by surface area, Loch Ness is only the fourth largest in the United Kingdom. There is a much larger Loch Ness in Northern Ireland, and there's another larger loch in Northern Ireland, and then there's Loch Lomond, and fourth is Loch Ness. The Sea of Galilee, around which many of the stories of Jesus takes place, is about 3 times the size of the surface area of this particular Loch Ness, although Loch Ness in Northern Ireland is still significantly larger than the Sea of Galilee. And there are many stories in the Bible of Jesus teaching on the banks of the Sea of Galilee or crossing the sea, as we're about to read about today. In Mark chapter 6, from verse 45 to verse 52. Immediately he made his disciples get into a boat and go before him to the other side, to Bethsaida, while he dismissed the crowd. And after he had taken leave of them, he went up on the mountain to pray. And when evening came, the boat was out on the sea, and he was alone on the land. And he saw that they were making headway painfully, for the wind was against them. And about the 4th watch of the night he came to them, walking on the sea. He meant to pass by them, but when they saw him walking on the sea, they thought it was a ghost, and cried out. For they all saw him and were terrified. But immediately he spoke to them and said, "Take heart, it is I, have no fear." And he got into the boat with them, and the wind ceased. And they were utterly astounded, for they did not understand about the loaves, but their hearts were hardened. That reference there to not understanding about the loaves is because this immediately followed on from the story of Jesus feeding the 5,000 on the banks of the Sea of Galilee. The gist of this story is really very simple. Life can be tough, life can be difficult. Life can feel like we're making very little headway because the winds are against us. It can feel like the storm is getting up and suppressing all that we want to do and holding us back. And there are many, many different aspects in life in which that is true. And yet we need to observe, look out for Jesus coming to us through the times of difficulty. I recently had reason to use in a church service the Boys' Brigade hymn, "Will Your Anchor Hold in the Storms of Life?" And the chorus in that, it comes from a reading in Hebrews. The chorus in that is a wonderful chorus, which is, "We have an anchor that keeps the soul steadfast and sure while the sea billows roll, fastened to the rock which cannot move, grounded firm and deep in the Saviour's love." And that really is the message of this story of Jesus walking across the waters of the Sea of Galilee to come to his friends in their time of need, in their time of difficulty, and to help them on their way to the other side where they could continue in their ministry.
We have an anchor that keeps the soul steadfast and sure while the billows roll, fastened to the rock which cannot move, grounded firm and deep in the Saviour's love.